Hey guys, what's up? RS84, RS84, obviously I do not mind. Hopefully this episode works, but anyways, this is actually going to be an extended episode because we need to cover like 5 shows because it didn't cover the audio. So we're going to pick best video, we're going to be our home base. We're actually, oh my god, our popularity go up. But what happened is a lot of the audio did not record. So actually I'm just run this show and you guys like what's going on. It was Julio De Niro versus Homicide. Homicide wins in pre-show match. And then in 92A, Adam Sandler is in the ring with Homicide and Samoa Joe, and he says, "Welcome to HHW. I am the owner of HHW, and I got news. The first era in HHW will be the Sandler era. I will create a dominating team of some of the most dangerous wrestlers there is, and it is time for the Sandler era to begin." This angle got the show off to a strong start, and the crowd got the crowd hotter. Alright guys, we need to go back to 92A. That looked 43D. And about that day, Strong's been having cheat. Super Crazy defeats Austin Aries, so that's good. Both got 42s, no worker improvements. 26. A video plays saying there will be the following matchups: Steve Corino versus Rob Van Dam, and Bryan Danielson versus Michael Modest. And whoever wins their match will face each other next week to decide their number 1 contender. So it's to say Rob Van Dam and Bryan Danielson win their matches, they'll go fight each other next week to see their number 1 contender for the world title is. 46D. In this match, Claudio Castagnoli defeated CM Punk in 10:30 by pinfall following interference with Samoa Joe. During the match, Homicide comes in and running an attack. Claudio Castagnoli wins the HHW TV title. This is amazing. Claudio Castagnoli wins the TV title. And then Punk is getting beaten down, and Cole Cabana, Kevin Steen, and Low-Key all comes down to save Punk and the Arrow, which is Adam Sandler's thingy. Group fled. And a 40D, another show. And about that decent wrestling damage sheet, Bryan Danielson defeated Michael Modest in 10:29 by pinfall, the Academy mutilation. They do not have good chemistry, and he had a 48D, so that's good. And there are 54 highlights of the recent events between CM Punk and Adam Sandler are played in a video package. Then the main event, which is a 66C, and about that superb wrestling and decent action in the crowd, Steve Corino defeated Rob Van Dam in 16:22 by pinfall, the Old School Explosion. That's amazing. Next segment, a 25E plus, Danielson comes out of the ring and shakes Mr. Steve Corino's hand. You're just like, where does all this come from? The general feeling that HHW don't have enough interesting storylines going on this show and increase popularity in one region. So you guys at the main title screen. Alright guys, we're back, and we're going to be a really hyper episode here. Chris Barrow goes on tour with Noah, and so does Nigel McGuinness. So, here we are, and we're going to have a lot to explaining to do. Why is this Cena versus CC? I actually need to put that in there. Steve Corino versus James. I just gave the world championship away. Oops, my fault. But anyways, it's the world title for Consequence, which is our new Steve Corino versus James Mardio. But anyways, yeah. What happened? Well, so we signed Rob Van Dam and Steve Corino, and yeah, CM Punk held on to the title the whole time, and so I'm going to show you the history. So we had episodes which was part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. This is where we would be at. Yeah, I think this is where we would be at. Or is it right here? We'll just go right here. I don't think I saw this one, but this was a 63C. Pre-show, Samoa Joe defeats Ray Gordy. Adam Sandler welcomes the crowd with an 86B+. He just comes in, welcomes the crowd, welcomes everyone to the show. John Cena defeats Kevin Steen. Christopher Daniels comes out and says, so who will be... Actually, I don't know. He had a promo of some sort, and then he defeats Orlando Jordan, and then Punk cuts a promo, and then blah blah. He said, I have enough. I have had enough from Homicide. I want him in a submission match. And then CM Punk defeats Super Crazy to retain his TV title. Then the exception where is Homicide comes out and accepts the challenge, and then James Marito defeats Bryan Danielson, and James Marito, Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, and all of them come down and brawl. Then this one, Danielson and Double C, I think this is where they just kind of accepts each other's match, and they say they'll have each other's match, have a match with each other. And then Claudio Castagnoli defeats Ricky Banderas. And then an angle, which is a package just hyping up Christopher Daniels versus, what's it called, James, I think. And then CM Punk defeats Nova to retain his TV title, which got a 54. CM Punk just cuts promo on Homicide and said that he'll kick his ass at Stampede. Adam Sandler announces the main event will be Christopher Daniels versus Chris Hero. James Marito defeats Low-Key. James taunts Daniels, and then Christopher Daniels defeats Chris Hero. Then the Go Home show, which was a 63C again, opening promo. It just kind of said Bryan Danielson and it said that the main event will be Bryan Danielson versus CM Punk for the HHW title, and then that the main event will be Christopher Daniels and James Marito. And then John Cena defeats Austin Aries and Low-Key, and Angle, which is just a hype video for CM Punk and Bryan Danielson, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. And then the Brawl, which has Homicide and CM Punk brawl. James Marito defeats Nigel McGuinness. Then these two have a contract signing, and I got a 57. CM Punk defeats Bryan Danielson, and he retains his title. And then the final angle, which has these four, does brawl. Okay, we ain't done yet. And then we had Stampede, which was an exciting show. The opening promo, he just came down the card, and then he said, in the Raw Van will be pairing at the show against Super Crazy. John Cena defeats Tajiri. Claudio Castagnoli defeats Bryan Danielson, which ends their feud. CM Punk defeats Homicide to retain his HHW TV title. And then after the match, Samoa Joe and Homicide attack Colt Cabana and CM Punk, and this is where the the era of Sandler, the era begins. And then special entrance for RVD. RVD comes out and gets a special entrance, and he defeats Super Crazy in a good match. And then the main event, and then hypes up the main event. And then James Marito defeats Christopher Daniels for the world title. And yeah, that's all that really happened. Sorry that stuff deleted. But anyways, so yeah. And then we did a progress report, and the people we looked at was CM Punk. We checked his popularity, and we told him he came up 7, just showed his progress. And then we went to his skills. We showed his progress, which stayed the same in everything and ring wise. Performance went up 3 in basics, 2 in psychology, 2 in safety, 1 in consistency, and 1 in selling. And then physical, he stayed the same except in stamina. And then entertainment, he went up 3 in microphone, 5 in charisma, 4 in acting, and then stayed the same everywhere else. And then he gained 4 respect and 1 other thing. I'm not gonna look through those because I just don't want to. Chemistry, we still have some awful, yeah. But anyways, so we have to pre-book a match for next week, which the pre-booked match will be Steve Corino and Bryan Danielson. Will be the main event for next week's show. And yeah, and I didn't know if I showed the schedule, but anyways, I got these 4 pay-per-views right now. But we do a pay-per-view every month. So Stampede was the most recent one, and then we're doing Consequence, which is one of the big 4. Then the Spotlight, HHW Spotlight is like our WrestleMania. So yeah, and we're actually know what we're gonna do. We're not gonna have numerals. Yeah, and then new roles, and then we'll have a local celebrity there. $100. That's it. That sounds good. Anyways, yep, that's all for you guys now. Make sure you do subscribe. Sorry about this whole mishap. It won't happen again. I can assure you guys that. And I'll see you guys in my next episode.